Hello, welcome to the Paper Thing, episode 23 of season 6, now with sound, incredible scenes, hello, I don't know what's gone on there, it's a 4-magazine show today, cursed magazines of all kinds. I suspect that Ancient Warfare magazine, volume 14, issue 3, might be the best of the bunch today. We've also got Psychic News, Philosophy Now, featuring cancel culture, and Fortune Magazine. Oh yes, it's a real smorgasbord of horse shit today. Marxist. I've had a very lucky escape today. Why have I had a very lucky escape? I was going to buy you a copy of the Toby Young, Julie Birchall Modern Review from the 90s to cover. Oh, fuck, I'd have loved that. I've been wanting to... I wrote about that a while back, actually, sort of in passing. All the copies I can find are expensive. Yeah, they're actually quite hard to get hold of. I tried to get some as well. Can't we call it fuck around and find out culture? Yeah, we should really, shouldn't we? So anyway, I think we're going to start with the best one, arguably, which is Ancient Warfare magazine. In this issue, Homeric warriors and warfare in historical context, a time of epic heroes, everlasting glory, undying fame, which is the promise of being part of the TPT chat. G'day, folks. Says Gonzo Socialism. G'day to you, Wanksock Weekly. So, Ancient Warfare magazine, edited by Jasper Orthois and assistant editor Murray Dam. Damn Murray. The cover is incredible. The implied neck angle. Right. Ancient Warfare magazine. They found the oldest Roman marching camp in Germany. It's a reconstructed fort of Holton. The recently discovered Roman marching camp partially overlaps with this long-known Roman base. There you go. Men called Jasper and editing magazines. Proper 80s metal demo tape materials. Yeah. This is Mark Kenosis. This is like... very much... we take our ancient warfare seriously. A soldier's message from the grave, the tombstone of Titus Flaminius. What a name. The wording on most Roman military tombstones is fairly standardised, giving the soldier's name alongside basic service details. But the epitaph of this example from Roman Britain contains something else, a direct message from the dead soldier to the living. What is his message? He urges the living to live honourably while your star grants you time for life. Sort of sounds like a newspaper horoscope column, to be honest. Looks like a holiday brochure, says Gonzo Socialism. Research Arena says, as a lover of the Iliad, I'm wary of the epic hero bit. If you love the Iliad so much, name 2 of its Ajax. Gonzo Socialism get a 3-night stay for £199 in Ancient Warfare. C122H122 says the Met is dickless. The Neon Lady loves the episode title today. I'm glad. Mutiny and murder. Consular deaths during the First Roman Civil War. Are you ready for this illustration? Another excellent illustration. The question for me is, what is the pig's role in this assassination plot? Is the pig the ringleader of this assassination plot? That's what I want to know. The period of Rome's Civil War, First Civil War, commonly known as the Social War, I mean, we're in that right now, aren't we? Was fought against what could be construed as Rome's Socii allies. It is also often associated with the watershed events of Sulla and Marius, who marched their respective legions against the city of Rome in quick succession. An inauspicious first in Roman history. Although these marches on Rome are seen to set an instrumental precedent in the decline of the Republic, they were not the only examples that emerged during this conflict. This would pass Mark's train journey test. Hiding from David Cameron. Mark notices, okay, but imagine a kid's TV show where a pig runs away from David Cameron into a time machine. Pig is for anti-elephant warfare. I'm here to get really mad about ancient history, says use of weapons. Was this Rome's woke period? Asks C122H122. So the pig in the cartoon goes on a series of historical educational adventures, says Mark notices, while staying one step ahead of David Cameron. I'm commissioning it now. Let's do it. Right. How war chariots performed. Italian engineers find new clues. What if an engineer was Italian, and what if he was working on finding out how chariots worked? This is very much like a Dorian Kindersley book for adults. Here's another incredible illustration. This guy just looks really fucked off to be there. This is the warriors of ancient Sardinia. This guy's like very pleased with his look. This guy's just really like annoyed to stand for the portrait. Neuralgic warriors and a priestess stand outside a sacred well, ready to perform a sacrifice. As you do. Guard duty again, pfft, says the Burnsoid. War chariots should make a comeback. Vladimir Putin, you know what to do. Another thing on chariots, this time about warfare in the late Bronze Age Aegean. There you go. Slightly better image there. Definitely passes the train test this. Yeah, it does. Homer's boar tusk helmets, the grand inspirations that led Heinrich Schliemann to look for the remains of Troy and Mycenae, have given way to more focused investigations of particular remains and their role within the rather elusive ancient societies. Boar tusk helmets are such artifacts which have sparked the curiosity of researchers in the past decades and have raised interesting questions about Mycenaean culture. I just think that these look like backing dancers, like modern pop music backing dancers. Late Aegean warfare really dropped off after their third album, says use of weapons. Chronotherm, I will support any military invasion which refuses to use technology invented after 1400. Gonzo Socialism in there with trebuchet only. Right, this is about the Trojan War, right? But tell me that just doesn't look like a fairly wild orgy. Particularly as there's a horse in there. Rachel G. Favourite part of Roman history is when the working class were refused better living conditions, they all just left Rome and made a new city down the road until the Senate begged them to come back and granted them demands. There's the lessons of history we should be learning from. Ainsley chariots, says Gonzo Socialism. Trojan War was a Islamic plot in Birmingham, says use of weapons. Why are there like two guys clothed? Yeah, there's like three clothed guys, and then everyone else just got their deck out. I'm sure there's an explanation. Right, here's a centerfold. Odysseus and Diomedes, scouting the debris-strewn battlefield at night from the Greek camp, make ready to pounce on the unfortunate Dolon, who was undertaking the same task from the Trojan camp. It's not as like, metal album style centerfold as we got in medieval warfare, to be fair. Mark noticed the battle orgy distinction is really a product of the early modern period. It's anachronistic to apply it to the classical era. War of Alliances, the strategy behind the Trojan War. This image, they've not tried very hard on that one. A Trojan War is a euphemism for an orgy, says C122. Anyway, there's a fuck ton to read in this. The Homeric warrior, well greaved and swift-footed, with an assenting nod of his head from Zeus, the Darnans now drove the Trojans away from their low ships. Amongst the foremost 10 of the Darnans in this action, focus descends upon the actions of Teucer, sheltering beneath the shield of his half-brother, Telamonian Ajax. With his curved bow at ready, he repeatedly ventures out to strike down a chosen victim before running back beneath the shelter of the shield once more, like a child to the arms of his mother. That is the Iliad. If you hadn't already realised. This guy definitely looking fed up with the day at the office. The use of ships in Homeric warfare. They've got 5 pages on that. Roman legionaries just having a bit of a sword, a shield and spear battle in training. Interpreters in the Roman army. I mean, some of this stuff is really fucking fascinating. There you go, another incredibly old school illustration. The explanation is Greeks thought men were sexier than women and preferred looking at nude men. Use of weapons. A correct opinion. More nude men in public life. The Burnside. Isn't the old joke that the Greeks invented orgies and it was the Romans who realised you could have women at them? The heiress. If you don't want to see the result of the Trojan War, look away now. Any coins? No coins, I'm afraid, at this point. Of course, Ancient Warfare magazine reviews various books about ancient warfare. Leuctra 371 BC by Murray Dahm. The very same Murray Dahm who I believe is the co-editor of this magazine. Let me just check. Yeah, the assistant editor. But better level of disclosure in Ancient Warfare magazine than in any national newspaper. Full disclosure, Dahm is a friend and uses several of the photographs I took of the battlefield in the book, writes Mike Cole, the reviewer. The reign of Emperor Gallienus, the apogee of the Roman cavalry, and that's reviewed by Murray Dahm. There we go. And that's it. It's not as long as medieval warfare. The pictures aren't as good as medieval warfare, but certainly if you like ancient warfare, there's a fuckload of ancient warfare in there. Mark Canosi says, oh no, Ancient Warfare magazine cancelled. Today is the 1488th anniversary. Oh, coded. What is the price on that, says Mark Canosis? It is, unfortunately, £7. £7. Hi, SK, how you doing? Rachel G says, currently reading the Landmark Histories recent edition of Xenophon's Anabasis. If we're doing Ancient Warfare book recommendations, it's good. Lexibat, how bad is the world on fire today? Pretty bad, but it's magazine special today, so we're pretending it's not happening. Ancient Warfare magazine having better journalistic standards than most UK newspapers. That's the one. £7 for a bit of paper. Fuck off, says Lexibat. Yeah, well, that's usually the case with this. £7, fuck me. Not metal enough, says the Burnzoid. Oof, that's a lot for that magazine. It is a bit, isn't it? £4 out of £7 rates the aorist. So yeah, Ancient Warfare magazine. That is niche magazine pricing. Yeah, that's the thing. It wouldn't be workable otherwise because they probably sell about 8 copies. Right, that was Ancient Warfare magazine. Marco's trying to get covered in The Wire so I can make you review that on stream. The Wire is. I would review The Wire magazine. It's pretty good at what it does. Right, should we do Psychic News yet? Psychic News! Use of Weapons is getting that magazine to read to all my homies down the Agora. Right, it's time for Psychic News magazine. Grown-up advice on psychic children, it promises. Ways to connect with your unborn baby. Challenges of the COVID crisis, sounds normal. Tiger represents Chinese New Year, also quite normal. How the Celts viewed passing on. Maybe they asked them. I expect they just got the Ouija board out. Aliens are preparing to make contact, says Yuri. I've got to feel like Yuri Geller's in here all the time. Scottish witches may receive a pardon. Spiritualist Centre is nominated for historical status. When the future is seen in a dream. And seek out your soul's purpose. Which seems like a lot of effort on a Friday. Aliens slide into my DMs, says SK. Ways to connect with your unborn baby. Smoking. Smart kenosis. Burn fucking all of this bullshit, says Lexibat. The spirits are telling me this is going to be full of shit, says Parps. Neon Lady is happy about this. I know it's going to be in this magazine because I'm psychic, says Use of Weapons. Oh my god, this mag and everyone who needs it needs to be shoved in the trunk off a cliff. Psychic magazine. Surely you don't need a magazine. You just know. The Aorist had a feeling this would be next. Right. There's a pig in this one as well. In an operation which has been condemned by animal charities, a patient with a terminal condition was given a heart from a genetically modified pig. Yeah, we know that. Why is that? Okay, this person is angry about that. This is the editor of Psychic News magazine, Tony Ortson. Pro-pig. Yeah, we are pro-pig. Here are some psychic predictions about Boris Johnson. Jemima Packington, better known as Mystic Veg, is the world's only asparamancer and claims she can peer into the future by tossing spears in the air and interpreting how they land. She predicted Prince Philip's death. I mean, we all did. Theresa May being ousted MMP and Harry and Meghan stepping away from the royal family. She believes that in 2022, Boris Johnson will continue as Prime Minister, as well as more sadness for the royal family. She's also predicted Sir Keir Starmer will not continue as leader of the Labour Party, and that the unexpected demise of some showbiz legends. There we go. There is the asparamancer. She could go in the trunk as well. Prince Philip is dead. Yeah, fortunately, yeah. What else have we got? Aliens are preparing to make contact, says Uri Geller. There he is. Not at all presented. I bet that's how he chose to look in this magazine. This representation shows a popular impression of what an alien might look like, just so you know. New film is planned on policeman's encounter with a UFO. Alan Godfrey is apparently going to have a film made about his claim that he encountered a UFO. So there you go. There's Alan. He met a UFO, and it's done no harm to him. The existence of this magazine just makes me furious, says Lexi Bat. I hate that Uri Geller is a Reading FC fan, says SK. Did the UFO go dink, 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 says SK. Spiritualist Centre is nominated for historic status in the US. Scottish witches may receive a pardon. That's a lot of this news they've just taken from, many of these, right, are just, they literally just quoting articles from other things, like the Daily Mail. So, and Wales Online. Former scientist says unicorns helped her heal. She's a former scientist because she now thinks that unicorns exist. Jack Dash 1916 says, so if I get stopped in Glasgow by Police Scotland walking down the street with a bundle of spears, I can plead I'm a psychic spear tosser. Yeah, so my eyesight is fine, but I just don't believe in planes, says Mark Knossos. It's all fucking bollocks. I genuinely despair at how many people believe this wank, says Lexi Bat. Uri Geller sued Pokemon because one of the Kadabra Ben spoons. Nothing for English witches, fuck's sake. I know, well, this is devolution for you. It's like 14 times for people with a severe concussion. It really is. It takes it so seriously. Are you missing college? Go to Arthur Findlay College. What is Arthur Findlay College? Yeah, it's a college for it's Hogwarts for people with head injuries. You can go there and train as a medium. Oh god. Fucking hell. I prefer the S Club Psychic. Ways to Connect with Your Unborn Baby by Deborah Kilby. Spirit babies offer a unique perspective of life. They have a lot to say, says Spirit baby medium Deborah Kilby. Fuck me. She says, my soul's contract is to bring women, their baby, and future babies together and to heal the deep wounds of a mother within this lifetime and others. You are a grifter. You are a grifter. Continuing the theme of children here, medium Karen Roundtree offers some advice on parenting a child medium. Many will ignore their children's tales of the unseen or simply tell them to stop making up tales of past lives or spirit visitors. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. There's 3 pages on that. The colleges next door to that college train you to be a mean and a mode, says Red Tick Seed. I only parent child large. Harm your child in 4 easy steps. Jesus fuck, says Lexi Bat. Speaking of NFTs, please join my Bored Gapes Yacht Club. The only Mike Gates-based token offering, says Sleepy Death Fred. What the fuck is a spirit baby? Mark Canosis bites his lip. How the Celts viewed passing... Oh my god. Through decades of hospice work, Lydia Annam Ayres revived the ancient Celtic tradition of watching with the dying and travelling with the soul after death. Fuck me. As if people dying in hospices don't have enough to deal with. Lydia Annam Ayres looks exactly who you would think a woman bringing back Celtic mysticism looks like. Lots of gapes in the chat. This is just mentally draining more than funny. In the second part of his investigation into synchronicity, Nigel Peace examines various angles, including a prophetic dream which came true and an ancient book that has given pointers to the future for 4,000 years. Oh, fucking hell. And he saw a vision based on listening to a rave song. I'm pretty sure, you know. Lexi Bat says, no, fuck off. I've researched that history. Being a fucking Celt, she hasn't a clue. Yeah, it comes from the old belief that dead needing guide. Not sure books as a rule are 4,000 years old, says the Burnzoid. Mark says, I had a prophetic dream once. I dreamed I was having a piss, then I woke up and I'd pissed myself. Incredible prophecy. Would you like to see some spiritual art? Well, tough shit, you're going to see it anyway. Reiki master, spiritual artist and medium, Katie Curtis has made this art. It's universally shit and looks like all the art that you would get in any kind of sort of woo-woo shop. Does he tell us what the rave song was? Yeah, song by Visionary by Strangelove. Visionary by Strangelove. There you go. Fake name, fake medium, says the Burnzoid. Lexi Bat, the wise woman projected the body from nasties while the soul awaited the arrival of the Grim Reaper. That was literally it. Tiger represents Chinese New Year by Wendy Stokes. Brilliant that we've got... guess who they've chosen to tell us about the Chinese New Year? Is it a Chinese person or someone with Chinese heritage? No, it's Wendy Stokes. There she is. So, great. An expert in many things, it says here. Some white cunt, says Lexi Bat. Visionary with Strangelove was an indie rock song. Okay, it just had rave type vibes. Visionary. Maybe the vision was that it was secretly a rave song. Your paranormal and spiritual questions answered by Graham Jennings. Here he is. Graham wants to answer your spiritual questions. I heard that Casadaga Spiritualist Camp is the largest spiritualist community in the south of America. What is its history? I think he's made that question himself, so he can write a 2-page thing on that. What is Ignis Fatuus? A friend told me she thinks it's something to do with strange lights. Your friend is correct. Ignis Fatuus is a fluorescent or luminous light seen hovering above marshy ground. Right, great. Medium developed beneath stage of famous theatre. Which famous medium, known as British Mrs. Piper and Sir Oliver's Lodge's medium, developed her mediumship under the stage of the London Palladium? This woman, Gladys Osborne Leonard, who fucking looks like an old stage medium. My question is, Graham, why are you such a scam artist cunt waffle, says Lexi Bat. Ignis Fatuus, Will-o'-the-Wisp is cool and interesting, says Mark Canosis, not as he read. Is there a cake mag? This is painful. I looked at all the cake mags and they're basically just recipes. There was nothing. Lexi Bat wants to haunt these cunts, terrify the shit out of them. Cards are based on gods, goddesses, and guardians. It's Wendy Stokes again, reviewing a pack of oracle cards. Challenges of the COVID crisis. If there's any place. Yeah, no worries, Escape. If there's any place I'd want... it's a good script. If there's any place that I would want to find out about the challenges of the COVID crisis, it's Psychic News. Fuck me. There's a man who looks like her face painted on a boiled egg. His name is Mitchell Coombs. He's Australia's most trusted spiritual medium. Lexi Bat would rather read okay than this drivel. It's harder to grift people over Zoom, says Burnzoid. That was the problem of the COVID pandemic. Apparitions appear at haunted fields. This month, John West takes a tour of the more haunted airfields of Lincolnshire and starts with East Kirby. Just a man. Australia, the most trusted country, says C122H122. That was a PS1 low poly texture mapping dickhead, says Mark Canosis. John West, the tuna magnate, could be. Get back to the salmon, John West. 4 pages anyway on haunted airfields. Robert Brown, there, look, he's telling you to live in the present moment in 2022. A good way of doing that is not to read psychic news. Fuck me. Right, Billy Roberts writes, famous singer predicted his own passing. John Lennon revealed how he received the words and music for Imagine. Like, this is bizarre. Like, what the fuck is this even about? Just various pictures of celebrities that he thinks believed in psychic. Oh my god. Spiritual surgery, emotional and soul healing from Ed Pearson, and it includes a picture of just this weird bearded painting of a bearded man. Ghost planes dressed like 18th century gentlemen, says Sleepy Death Fred. Mark Canosi said, I did read an amazing series of books about haunted airfields that were full of incredible crackpot theories. Seems to have been written without a backspace key. Could be this guy. The Research Arena. This is like Chat It's Fate without any of the fun, says the Research Arena. John Lennon received the music for Imagine in a prophetic dream where he heard Oasis's Don't Look Back in Anger. They reviewed many psychic books. Every single one of these mediums and psychics in here write things like claim they're genuine. Incredible, isn't it? That there are so many genuine psychics. I'm pleased to say that there is apparently only one spiritualist church in Norfolk, according to this listing. Anyway, apparently psychic news has been going since 1932. Please stop. This is honestly. Anyway, you can also visit Psychic News online if you want more of this horse shit. I'm the only real psychic, says the fake psychic. Honestly, one of the worst magazines we've ever covered, and it was a beautiful £4. So there you go. Psychic News, just like. I could have predicted it would be bad, but I didn't predict it would be that bad. So, yeah. Pablo Bonzo, if I describe myself as a genuine care worker, I wager it would raise a certain degree of mistrust and suspicion. Bid it, £4 is too much, says Red Tixie. £0. It as a free pamphlet would be too work. Gledster, worst, we've covered Prospect, fair dues. Actually, Prospect was worse. Because Prospect pretends it's not grifting. The Aorist, I'd rather read a month of the Daily Mail. Lexi Bat wants to chuck him off a cliff. Yeah. Right, time for Philosophy Now! Not Philosophy Soon or Philosophy Later, but Philosophy Now! Is this... I haven't cracked the cover of this. Fuck knows what's going to be in here. Psychic News is the kind of publication you'd find in a phone book. Burnzoid is a genuine engineer. Fuck me. First paragraph of the editorial. Gentle reader, if you just brought this magazine in the hope of finding tips for attracting a soulmate, then I must warn you, you'll probably find it a disappointment. If, on the other hand, you want to understand the nature of love better, it being a central preoccupation of most people at one time or another, as well as of art, music, poetry, literature and cinema, then perhaps you might find it more enlightening. Jesus Christ, gentle reader, fuck off. Right, in the philosophy news, various philosophers have died. The cover art is alright. Iris Murdoch and the Mystery of Love. Stephen Leach looks with Murdoch at 3 graces of love, art, and morality. I love the fact they've just done an illustration of her having a fag and all these words coming off the fag there. The Heiress. My t-shirt saying I'm a genuine psychic is raising questions. Yeah. The Philosophy of Romantic Love. Peter Keeble says, philosophy, like love, is a many splendid thing. My God, this is a magazine, like, genuinely, this is a magazine written by people who cannot write. Look at this illustration of Spinoza. He's deeply unhappy. Look at that. Spinoza's Broken Heart by Stephen Leahy, 2022. Has someone's child done that? Look at him. Ooh, very. Neon Lady, philosophers are too busy thinking to be able to write. I've seen that on a tea towel from primary school. Yeah. So anyway. Oh God, there's a fucking poem. Do you want the poem? Here is the poem. It's called Cognito Ergo Sum, and it's by Richard Golar Ebu, aka Ricky G, who is a philosophy graduate from London Metropolitan University. His books of poetry include The Leaves That Die and To My Unborn Child, Poems for a New Generation. I think, therefore I am, a free man with a plan, trying to do the best I can, connecting the written to the spoken word, understanding the literally absurd. This rhyme of mine flowing like time, connecting the body to the mind, shining a bright light for the spiritually blind, meditating on the meaning of time, an all-inclusive reality where everything is a possibility, digging deep for a sense of self, accumulating spiritual wealth. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I was wondering why there was Hebrew behind him. It seems odd. Did Spinoza have anything to do with Hebrew? That poem was very bad. That was Daily Mail quality. They've literally just put Hebrew behind him because he was Jewish, but he got kicked out of his community, says Mark Knossis. Okay. But you just see... Alright. I don't know very much about Spinoza, I've got to say. And to be honest, this article by Dr. Dan Taylor, lecturer in social and political thought at the Open University, will not teach you much about it either. Cartoon. I won't date an AI engineer unless he can pass the Turing test. Again, sub Daily Mail. Living and Coexisting by Courage, Generosity and Wisdom. Finn Janning says empathy and compassion are necessary for thriving and even survival. Yeah. Cool. Do they put random Latin letters behind Christian philosophers now? Mark Knossis says he's a big Spinoza fan. Demons of the Self. Tristan Taylor finds problems in meaningfully defining evil. And here's the illustration they've chose for that. Evil Sigmund Freud. Look, fucking... Oh. Evil Sigmund Freud. He's coming for your dreams. And the same illustrator has just done this evil image. That's just evil. Keith Tidman, real name, considers the smart bet for our future. Writing about Pascal's wager, but putting in the context of climate change. Sort of a bit half-arsed. The illustration that goes with that. Growing Concern by Friedrich Farshad Ramsjui. Razmjui, 2022. Growing Concern. Just the illustrations here are so literal. These are all different artists, but they're all from this year. Men of Steel, Superman versus Ubermensch. Roy Schwartz examines whether the world's first superhero really was inspired by Nietzsche's superior man and what the Nazis have to do with it. I mean, it's just... The story of Siegel and Schuster is very, very well known, so, you know... sadly, they've not done a crap... Oh, no, there is a crap... Alright, here's another incredible drawing one here. This is called... Imagine for yourselves a picture called Nietzsche Philosophizing with a Hammer. This is by Woodrow Cower. There he is. Nietzsche Philosophizing with a Hammer. So powerful energy. Powerful energy. So, yeah. Should Kant be cancelled? Mark Couch wonders how we should draw the line with historical thinkers. They've not done a proper... Superman was invented by Jews. Fuck off, says a researcher in it. Yes. Siegel and Schuster, and the whole article is about that. Right, fuck this. They detail... This is incredible, right? The whole article's about that, but totally misses the point. They detail their inspirations in various interviews, as well as Siegel's unpublished memoir, and nowhere do they mention Nietzsche. So this person decides to write a whole article about how weren't they inspired by Nietzsche. They were not, in fact, inspired by Nietzsche. Is it over yet? Can we go to the firework and puppy dog factory? Erica Stonestreet asks, are we too quick these days to break off relationships? More stuff on cancel culture. No magazine is untouched by it. There's a cartoon called Philosopher's Cafe, which is just well illustrated, but odd. And they're talking about cancel culture. That's a great way to ruin a pub. My God. I think we might have run out of bad illustrations. Oh, no, we haven't. There's another one. Peter Adamson ponders erotic philosophy in the Renaissance. Would you like to enjoy a portrait of Hannah Arendt? Because you can. Here you go. Here's what they think Hannah Arendt looked like. What's going on here? I've no idea. Erotic philosophy in the Renaissance sounds good, to be honest. This mag needs to be yeeted from a cliff, says Lexi Bat. The Origins of Totalitarianism by Hannah Arendt. They're writing about this. It's a classic. It is a classic. It's one of her many fascinating works. Stefan Bollier considers the motives of the kind of villain who wants to destroy the world by reviewing Tenet. Imagine how bad a review of Tenet by someone in a philosophy magazine is. Yeah, and his biography, Stefan Bollier earned 2 PhDs in philosophy and in literature from the University of Cluj-Napoca, Romania. He is the editor-in-chief of the magazine Egophobia. And he opens his review by saying, one of Albert Einstein's mottos was, if you wanted to know the future, look at the past. He was speaking in a pseudo-determinist vein. Seen from a certain perspective, the future is as fixed as the past, since we more or less repeat in the future our actions of the past. Bit late for Tenet takes, yet reviewing Tenet, a movie from 2 years ago, says Red Tick Seed. Smooching by the Seine. Sean Moran reports from the City of Love in a column called Street Philosopher. Oh my God. Right. And Tallis in Wonderland. Raymond Tallis finds Sartre in Bad Faith about bad faith. And Tallis in Wonderland's column is illustrated with this picture of him like that, like he's the Riddler. Red Tixie, the people who write for this are nerds and need to be bullied. And on the back page, I shit you not, a fictional dialogue about Socrates' home life. Yeah. So there you go. That's Philosophy Now, a magazine of ideas. It's what we've discovered really is it's a magazine of terrible illustrations. Rachology, -4, this magazine will have a home on many a sensuous coffee table to assure the sensuous visitor that the coffee table owner takes self-improvement seriously. The Heiress, I give this 10 out of 10 in reverse. Reticseed, Raymond asks is what happens when you pick both George Galloway's and Smash Brothers. Burn it with fire, says the Research Arena. It's a magazine for people who want to look smart. Socialism, what has Brazilian football got to do with philosophy? But it's mostly just a history of philosophers thing. Yeah, it fully is. A lot of people in there have been from that podcast. Now we're going to come to probably, like, I know it's been a very cursed selection today. I was trying to get some variety in. Still better than the Psychic magazine. The Psychic magazine was so bad. The Psychic magazine was so bad. Why is it? Oh, that's right. Fortune magazine. Oh yes, they've fully swallowed the crypto shit. And on the front page of Fortune magazine, it's crypto's new kingmaker. Inside Star VC, Katie Horn's audacious plan to launch a $1 billion fund and rule Web3. I just want you to take this in now. And when there is a criminal trial, not saying hers, could be anyone's. When there's a criminal trial, let's just remember this magazine cover, okay? Starting off, the first feature they have in this is Saudi Arabia's hidden luxury mountain destination. In the densely forested mountains of southwestern Saudi Arabia, architects and planners are putting the finishing touches on a design of breathtaking destination that will help redefine luxury tourism in the Middle East. Does this mention at all that they'll use slave labor and that, you know, Saudi Arabia is an authoritarian state? No, it doesn't. It's just a bit of SpawnCon, because you can tell that because at the top it says content by the Buzz Business. Fuck Newcastle, so C122, H122. They talk to Falguni Nayar, an investment banker who noticed an under-addressed market in India, beauty. She founded e-commerce platform Nika just in time to harness the nation's broadband revolution. Well done, her. I already give this one Mick coin, whose value I'll determine later. Gonzo Socialism says it'll be the Arab Bohemian Grove. Meet the leaders in healthcare revolution. Oh, look, it's another SpawnCon, and this time it's talking to more Saudi Arabian entrepreneurs. Seeker5 says, Yuck is all you do, read the press. Way to be misinformed. No, Seeker, the point is, we analyse and take apart the press. We don't just read it and go, oh, this is right, this is factual. Anyway, yeah. That's exactly not what we do. We break it down. Right. Oh, do you want to educate yourself about the future? Join fortune.com/education, where I'm sure you'll be told about more. Bro, Seeker5, it's pointless. You do know it's like 3 companies own all press outlets in the UK right now. No shit, Seeker. Yeah, I was not aware of that. I was entirely unaware of that. This is one of the whole points of this. There's an article about what happens when vaccines stop working, which is entirely a pharma industry shill article. GameStop's next meme. A year after its shares took off, the video game retailer still needs to prove it can revitalize its struggling business. How do they illustrate that? With a zombie GameStop. News media is fundamentally biased and slightly 1% different bundle of opinions packaged in a slightly different way. Seeker, mate, we know what. Yes, I know this. Yeah, I do. I know. We know this. This is that's the whole point. The buzzy tech stocks that made some woman's fund very profitable. What's her name? Kathy Wood. They've all dropped, but don't worry, because on the front page of Fortune, they're telling us that this woman's the new woman who's got the golden touch. The Wuling Mini EV has 2 doors, 0 frills, and more China sales. Just an ad for a bad electric car. Look at this little Pokemon electric car. So if you know, don't read. Read Wikipedia articles. Stop being controlled by the news cycle. Go look up what happened to Arab Spring countries or Syrian war, Afghanistan today. Right. Mate, read Wikipedia. What do you... Okay. I can't. I simply cannot. You're missing. The point is you miss the point so much that the point is it's in a completely. It's so far over there. Marcos says real lies. All right. Anyway, here we come to the big feature in here, which is them doing PR for Katie Horn, who leads 3 massive funds for Andreessen Horowitz and is raising $1 billion war chest for Web3. The grift is strong. And of course, you know, this is a massive long article in which, you know, venture capitalism, of course, is unquestionably a good thing. No way to break that down. Red TC fucking Noam Chomsky in the chat here. This is the thing for me. This feels like the crypto Elizabeth Holmes. Neon Lady, you're bang on, and that's what made me pick this one for today's magazine breakdown. It's so talks about like the company she's betting on. ARWeave, the Berlin-based company, is a pioneer of a new form of data storage that utilizes blockchain technology to house information. They write this, it's just meaningless. Horn led its $5 million funding round in 2019, which is entirely token-based. Autograph, the NFT player co-founded by football star Tom Brady. Coinbase, OpenSea, each one of these. Oh my god, man. I can't. This is just honestly putting me off the stride today. Then a whole thing about why Wall Street loves the metaverse, and we know this. Like, metaverse doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It's they love it because it doesn't exist. They love it because it's a made up thing that they can just pile in. Not in my opinion, according to facts and logic. Right, anyway, incredible illustration here of a bull market wearing a VR headset. Possibly the least good illustration we've seen today, even worse than Philosophy Now. I've been broken on the wheel of logic, destroyed by logic. Not my opinion, not my words, the words of Des Lynam. Yeah, so anyway. There aren't many pure plays on the metaverse, but companies across the tech landscape could benefit as the space grows, writes Aaron Schraders. There's no pure plays because it doesn't exist. The metaverse does not exist. Outside of maybe, fucking Roblox and Minecraft. Parks. Hey everyone, did you know the media is biased? This is why we shouldn't analyse ever. I'm very clever. Here's a Wikipedia article. Go watch your controlled mono... This controlled monopress. Oh my lord. Do you think Mick's part of the? Yeah, I'm very much. I am. The real truth is, the real person controlling all media is me. From this small Norwich flat, I operate all media. The Aries gives blocking people on Twitch 10 out of 10. There's again another thing in here. Like, Fortune's amazing for this because it is just it's either declared sponsored content or sponsored content that is undeclared. In this case, Volkswagen still after the emission scandal, all that kind of stuff. Germany's Volkswagen was among the first old-school automakers to commit to going electric. No mention of the emission scandal, no mention of anything of that. Just a big thing. VW levels up on electric cars. Amazing scenes here. And lots of opportunity for the CEO of Volkswagen to say how brilliant they are. And of course, here in Grifting Magazine, what do we get next? But we get an article about Elon Musk's Neuralink. Neuralink wants to get inside your head. Was Elon Musk's craziest pitch yet? Yeah, it's fucking horseshit is what it is. Another one for today's horrible illustrations thing. Oh, fuck me. Mick's handles a big coin. That is true. I'm fully in the pocket of big coin. I love that they just here he is alongside a robot that he claims can do things. Secret. Fuck me. With the monkey experiment story state, it really doesn't cause me to believe that he's developed what. Right, this is my final comment on all this horseshit Seeker 5, right? We talk about Syria, Yemen, the stories that are missed out from the newspapers every day, right? On a Friday, we do this thing where I break down 4, terrible magazines, right? Every other day of the week, we go through the newspapers and we break them down and we show what's missing. We talk about, the structural biases in them, all of that kind of thing, right? You are not required to understand, enjoy, or even like this stream, but you've streamed in here thinking that you are like the king or queen of knowing about the media, and it's fucking horseshit, mate. When somebody leaves Neuralink, it's like, here's money. I wonder why that is. Or 3 terrible magazines in Judge Dredd. That was a good week. Anyway, this is a pamphlet. It's a bad pamphlet. If Philosophy Now is the magazine that centrists leave on their table to pretend like they do thinking, Fortune is the magazine that businessmen leave on their table just to remind people that they're extremely rich. It's a terrible magazine, and it costs £6. So yeah, SpawnCon magazine. Thank you, SK, for banning Seeker 5. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Mark Knossi says, I'm guessing if I was to start talking to Seeker about Gramsci and theories of ideology or Althus's ideological state apparatus, it probably wouldn't get very far. I got bored, says SK. Thank you, SK. It put me off my stride, I must say, because it was annoying the fuck out of me. Fortune failing to be another economist, yeah, but he doesn't really want to be. It's shite patter. Bitcoin is worth significantly less than £6. Yeah, I'd say the Bitcoin is worth about 50p. 0 out of 10 troll would not recommend. Now they're DMing use of weapons. Let's start the Fortune review again, says the Burnzoid. No, we shall not. Anyway, a terrible magazine. What was the worst magazine today? I think probably Psychic News, in that it had no connection to anything real. Chronodom says that person had incredible. I've watched YouTube documentaries and I'm the most knowledgeable person alive. Yeah, would The Economist ever have a girl boss on the cover? Yes, Angela Merkel. A Bitcoin is worth a £3 note, says Gonzo Socialism. Parts, always amazing when you see someone like that in the wild. Mark Knight says, keep a hold of that magazine. It'll be worth something once the cover features in a Netflix documentary about the woman on the cover. I fully think that's going to happen. That's my entire reason for doing it in the show. So anyway, thank you for joining me. Worth magazine was Seeker 5. Reads one Wikipedia, says the Airist. Reads one Wikipedia article. I'm a genius, says Red Tick Seed. Yeah, well, thank you for joining me today. I know we went slightly off the rails near the end. Red Tick Seed rates Seeker quadruple negative nice. User Weapons was DM'd by Seeker, who said, see you, kid, then block them. Amazing. C122's in pain, going to read a Wikipedia article. Magic Flan. Right after that magazine cover, that woman, right after the woman who got arrested earlier this week for stealing all the crypto. Parts is broken out of the Matrix simply by reading Wikipedia. Markanos is disappointed because Seekers 1 to 4 were great. So, thank you for joining me today. I haven't put up many of this week's shows on YouTube, but this one will go up. So if you want to enjoy the fun that we had with Seeker 5, that magazine seemed boring as fuck, so Seeker was an adequate distraction, says Mark Knowles. There's some interesting things in there, but yeah. Alright, everyone. Next week, we'll have another magazine special on Friday. Give me ahead of that time, tell me what you want me to include in it. I will. Pops. Cheers, Research Arena. Thanks, Heathmore. And I will see you again. Thank you, Bear Plov over Seeker Mag. Next week we'll be doing Seeker's special self-published magazine. Burnsoy's going to go and invent a cake magazine. I found a few cake magazines, but none of them had much in them. Thank you, Harambe, James Harambe. Good to see you. Cheers all. Bye-bye.